What's going on, boys? It's your boy Dev back on Madden 24 Colts franchise. Week 11 against the San Francisco 49ers now. We have a lot to go over. This team is much, much better than their record shows. At 6-3, but they're an 88 overall team. Like, they're better than us roster-wise. But they're only 6-3 and underperforming, I'd say. Now, 6-3 is not a bad record by any means, but we're 10-0. So, weekly awards here. Anthony Richardson, Defensive AFC Player of the Week. Sean Murphy-Bunting, 2 interceptions and a pick 6. Looks like he was the Defensive Player of the Week and had a Cisco game. Defensively in the NFC, Hutchinson had 4 sacks and Deebo Samuel had 7 catches for 274 yards and 4 touchdowns. So we're playing him this week, so that's going to be fun. We have a prospect spotlight. We get to scout focus players, which we remember that was what helped us find out that Craig Fox was an absolute stud. And then we also, before we do focus players, we have learned a good amount about some of these guys that we spent time on, specifically starting with Harry Leach. He is not worth a top 5 pick or a first-round pick, I'd say. He's a round 1 to 2 guy. Now, we know he's an insane athlete, but it just, his skills weren't worth that they are. He has B finesse moves, D power moves, B awareness, B block shed, B hit power, A pursuit, A impact. Like, he's fine. And if he's a crazy athlete, he could definitely be worth it and end up having a good development trade and be a good player. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a bad player. He just is probably not worth the top 5 pick. So Austin Cooper, also not a round 1 guy, round 1 to 2. Cameron Miller, round 1 to 2. Now we do know that Cedric Weathersby is a true round 1 talent. That means at his highest, he could be the 6th plus best player in the draft. Now he is 23 years old, so he's on the older side. A block shed, A pursuit, B tackle. Not the fastest guy, but great strength, great acceleration. It does have A block shedding with A power moves. A awareness, A injury is great. A injury is very good because we've been screwed by some bad injury players, including Craig Fox. But A hit power, A pursuit, B impact. He's a really good player. Probably someone we'll look to in the middle of round 1. And then Chris Givens. I want to know more about this player. Now, he's not the best coverage guy, B-man, C-zone. He's a hybrid guy, 22 years old out of Notre Dame, but has great to elite speed with great to elite strength and acceleration, good to great agility, good to great change of direction, solid to good jumping's fine. A to B finesse move, A to B injury. You know, he looks good and just a great athlete, and usually safeties that are great athletes make great players. So, you know, we don't need safety much, but I think that this is a pretty good safety class with Chris Givens and then Jeremiah Silva in round 1 to 2. He's a better zone guy, and he's 1 year younger than Givens. A to B zone, B hit power, B tackle. It's only solid to good speed, but if it's good, there's definitely something there. So that's a guy I want to know more about. So it is interesting to find out a lot about these guys. Now, we focused a lot on outside linebackers. So if we go to all, we should know more about a lot of these guys. Looks like there's nobody ahead of their projection besides Cedric Weathersby meets his projection. But what I will say is I would like to know a lot more about Edward Hendricks. He's around 1 to 2 power rusher. Has A pursuit, A to B tackle, B to C block shed. 22 years old out of Washington. Great traits. Good to great speed. Great to elite strength. Not very good acceleration, but has B finesse move with A power moves, A pursuit, B hit power, A to B impact, A to B awareness, but D to F injury. Never mind. I'm not interested in D to F injury. We're not playing this game anymore. I think Cedric Weathersby is probably going to end up being the guy that I just really want to take in this draft. We need help at outside linebacker, and it's our biggest position of need. Looking at the draft, Chris Givens is the number 8 overall player. Also have DJ Bates here, someone we favorited. A finesse move. Not a block shed guy, not a power move guy, but pretty good athlete. Not good awareness. I don't know. Now, Cedric Weathersby is 15th down the board. I like us to be able to take him with that Packers pick, and I think that would be an amazing pick to give us, you know, solidify this defense. We need help at pass rush and be deeper at pass rusher. And, yeah, that's just where we need to focus and prioritize. I think we know a lot, so I think our focus players are going to be those safeties. You know, there are safeties that we are pretty deep. We have Nick Cross, we have Javon Holland, we have Andre Sisco, we have Rodney Thomas. So it's not the biggest need, but I also think with how good we are now, we don't really have any glaring holes beside outside linebacker where Chris Rumph is right now. And I think that we just need to be taking the best player available that we can scout. Right now, that's Cedric Weathersby. But if we scout the safeties and either one of them is like a round 1 guy, a top 5 guy, we need to be taking them and then moving on from some of the lower tier or bad contracts that we have at safety. You know, you can never be too deep at defensive back, and we give up a ton of yards, so we need studs whenever we can get them. So we do have a prospect spotlight as well. Now, last year, the guy they suggested was terrible, so let's take a look. We may want to take a deeper look at strong safety Russ Rhodes. He's been standing out from other prospects in terms of his football IQ. We'll take a look. Russ Rhodes. Usually, they are terrible players. So let's take a look and see, do we give a damn about Russ Rhodes? Russ Rhodes looks awful. He is a zone safety with C to F zone. Great to elite speed, good to great acceleration, but just terrible traits. B pursuit, B awareness, C to F zone, C to F injury, C to F tackle. Seems to be a decent athlete, but nothing else really there. Another player that looks pretty good is Matt Wilkerson. B zone, B tackle, A to B hit power. Good to great speed. Matt Wilkerson's interesting. Do need to choose a couple of focus players to focus our scouting on. We're going to know more about them over the next coming weeks, and I think we get 3 of them. Thomas Dawson is a favorite of ours with A, block shed, and B, power moves in round 1 to 2. 21 years old out of Michigan. A tackle. Solid to good speed, solid to good excel, great to elite strength. We have Adafe Owe, and we have Josh Allen, so I'm not too interested in an average guy. I think I do want to focus on the safeties for the most part. I want Chris Givens. I want to know more about Jeremiah Silva. Now, we could also look at Matt Wilkerson and just scout all 3 of these safeties. It's really not a big position of need for us, but getting young, talented DBs in and kind of, we could ship some of our other guys out and save money there is never a bad idea. I think offensively we're fine. I guess let's make sure there's no like defensive tackles we want, you know, or stud interior offensive linemen. I don't think that was a strength of this. Okay, Kyle O'Neal. We might want to know more about Kyle O'Neal. Round 3 to 4 with A awareness, A impact, A pass block, A to C run block. Is this another Craig Fox? Great to elite agility, change of direction, and jumping with solid to good speed and acceleration. Oh man, he looks great. Now run block finesse and run block power are pretty bad. So that means that his run block is probably a B or a C. But pass blocking with A to C injury, 3 to 4. This is a guy I want to know more about. It definitely is. He needs to be a favorite. How about Jeff Williams? Geoff, 21 years old out of LSU. Looks like a freak athlete. Great to elite. Speed, jumping, change of direction, agility, and acceleration. A awareness. I mean, pass block power is really bad. Pass block is a B. Run block finesse is great. Run block power is bad. So his power blocking is very bad. B to D injury, but B to D pass block finesse. A to C run block. But a great athlete. Maybe someone that would just be a really, really good depth piece. And he's round 3 to 4. So, I mean, like, definitely could be something there. Our favorites list. It's going to be Jeremiah Silva. Or should it be Matt Wilkerson? 6'1", 204, B zone, B tackle, A to B hit power. Looks to be a very good athlete. And very comparable. D to F injury, though, on him, man. What's the injury on the other guys? 21 years old. B injury. Okay. So, Jeremiah Silva. Chris Givens. A to B injury. Jeremiah Silva is 21 and Chris Givens 22 as well. So, we are going to choose these 2 safeties. It may be a mistake. And then we are going to choose the left guard because we always want good interior offensive lineman depth. Focus on Kyle O'Neal. And then that is going to be our 3 focus players. Good safeties and a good left guard. And we already know mostly about everyone that we're interested in taking. So let's do that. And we have our focus set for this year. Jelani Woods is leading the league in receiving only by 2 yards to CeeDee Lamb, but still 20 less receptions is pretty unbelievable. And the Packers are 2-7 now. So they're still losing games. They've lost 2 in a row, I believe. They were 2-5. So we want them to continue to lose because we want that to be a top pick in the NFL draft. I think no matter what, we want it to be a pick that we can take Cedric Weathersby. Let me just check and see what our picks are. Do we have anything else? I think we traded away a ton. We only have a first-round pick and a 7th-round pick. So we're going to need to trade some players for some later round picks, or if we want to get one of those safeties, we're going to have to trade. So going to have to definitely pull some strings and do some magic, but when we get to that point, we will worry about it then. So let's get right into weekly strategy and then get into this week's game against the San Francisco 49ers. Upgrades ahead of week 11 here. Elijah Moore, the Lone Ranger, gets an upgrade up to 83 overall. Still only normal development. Want his route running to be a lot better. Plays out of the slot. Give him a slot upgrade. Going up to an 83 overall here. Medium catching traffic +2 awareness. Great depth piece, man. He's had a big-time impact for us this year. And now it is time for Week 11 against the San Francisco 49ers. Maybe one of our tougher matchups of the season. They are an 88 overall team and have been dominating this season in what looks like in the stat column. So without further ado, boys, let's get into it. Week 11 against the San Francisco 49ers. Prepare for a dogfight. Okay, we are going to get the ball first here in Week 11, and we are underway here. A couple of monster away games now, playing away at the Seahawks and then now playing away at the 49ers. Pair of NFC West foes, and we are bringing the offense out and hoping for some big-time playmaking from our guys. We know Nick Bosa on the edge, Fred Warner, they can get after the quarterback and cause problems just like that. Jonathan Taylor! Big time run to start the day. 13 yards. First play from scrimmage. And we're up to the 38. Going to go left side here. Hopefully Cruz can get a block. He can. Taylor. Only 5 yards. Things deteriorated pretty quickly there. Give Pittman a shot. He's got it. What a catch. DB didn't turn his head around. And it's a 40-yard completion to Michael Pittman. Gave him a chance, and he came up big. We need to give him more opportunities just like that. And now we're going to go play action here. Got Woods in the flat. Turn upfield and walk into the end zone. Jelani Woods, another touchdown. Unstoppable from this offense, dude. Whether we're passing or running, and we are on the board. 49ers bringing the offense out. Cisco again looking for his record-breaking interception. And not to mention, this is a Super Bowl rematch, boys. We played this team in the Super Bowl and absolutely destroyed them, and they have not forgotten that. Matchup of top offenses, matchup of top defenses. Who's going to come out on top? Deebo's in the backfield here. Cisco knocked out. 3rd and 5 here for the 49ers. Trying to force a 3-and-out here. See what we can do. Completed Ayuk. He's had a big-time impact during this entire rebuild pretty much. Oh, it's a big-time run for CMC. Oh, Denigbo puts him in the turf. I think I'm just pronouncing his name wrong too, but I've just been doing it for so long. I can't get off a block. CMC, no! Save a touchdown, Poindexter. And Deebo Samuel gets injured. Last week he had like 7 for 274 and 4 touchdowns. One of the best games we've ever seen from a receiver in this game. And he's out, and that is a big-time loss for the 49ers. Got to have Cisco on Kittle here. Huge shot. And it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown for the 49ers, and they even things up here. Almost impossible to stop. Undefeated streak on the line, man, and I think the lackluster part of this defense is their defensive back group, and I think we need to look to take advantage of that. Oh, no, and Fred Warner is right there to meet Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Oh, man, blocks deteriorating. I'm going backwards. Bouncing off my lineman. Quinn Nelson did not get a good shed, and that is a nightmarish play. We just need blocks to get out there. I can't get the ball off. He's sprinting it unblocked, and Hargrave gets a sack. Oh, no. And it's a nightmarish play, and we're going to have to punt. Pretty bad run stick by me, and then just inability to get the ball off on the sack, and now a big-time special teams tackle by Deontay Poindexter. He's sacked! Odafe Owe's got his 8th of the year. Rolled straight into Owe and got crushed. We want to develop him. A big-time free agent signing. He's still young, and he's amazing. I want him to get double digits this year. Cisco's pancaked, and CMC makes it all back. Oh, my God, dude. Our run defense is all-time bad. We are really feeling the loss of DeForest Buckner this year. Luckily, our offense has made up for it, but got good coverage, and it's Odafe Owe again. Number 2, his 9th of the year. 2 sacks on 1 drive in the first quarter, and now Pittman pressed on the far side. I'm keeping eyes open on him, and he's got it. I got him. I got him. Missed him. Poor accuracy out of reach. Tried to lob it, and apparently I held the button too long, and he bullet passed it. I tapped the button, and it's overthrown. Would have been a touchdown. Big-time miss. 3-yard gain. Thought Woods decided to double-team somebody instead of picking up the new guy. We need to convert here. Missed him again. Richardson feeling the pressure apparently, and a couple misfires mean another punt for your Colts. Fontaine, give us some good field position here. Oh, no. No! Fontaine, make the tackle! Big-time return for the 49ers. Luckily, Fontaine's able to get hands on him and slow the returner down. Dent's got to get involved, man. Need pay to shed. It's Brandon Ayuk taking the handoff out of the backfield. Oh, Denigbo's in coverage on CMC. That's going to be a nightmare. And he's wide open. Ayuk down the field. Luckily, Cisco makes the tackle. Man coverage not possible, especially out of 4-3. And if they pass, we are screwed. 49ers are driving here. Big time knockout by Nick Cross. Okay, far side stretch. Contain. Good play. 3rd and 5. Got to hold him to 3 here. Odafe Owe, get home, please. Oh my God, who is that? Oh, Cisco goes and hits the turf. He gets pancaked often. Not the best run defender. That's fine. It's not really his game, but God, when they run and we have safeties in the box, there's a ton of pancakes. I feel like we're at a breakfast diner. There's so many flapjacks on the field. And we need to get sheds here. Who cleaned up? Was that Josh Harper? 3rd and 2. I'm actually going to send Dent on a blitz. Actually, we're going to send Odenigbo on a blitz. Keep after him. Go get him. When we sacked him was the only time we stopped him. We will be sending a blitz often. He rolls out of the pocket, delivers a money ball on the run, and we're just out of reach with Chester Dent. Crazy. 94 speed on Chester Dent, and we can't close. And now we're going to go back to basics, trying to run the football here. 4:45 left in the second. We got to answer the call. A bite here. Richardson's got space. Turn up field. Tried to slide. Didn't work. Luckily, hang on to the football. Pick up 9. Going to go inside zone. Just try and pick up the first. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Jelani Woods can't get a block on Nick Bosa. game wrecker here. We're going to just run it again. Right up the middle. Our guys versus your guys. Who wants it more? Blocks! Big time pancake from Quentin Nelson. Broken tackles and Jonathan Taylor all the way down to the 46. Past midfield. And that is exactly what we were looking for. Have Jelani Woods underneath. Nobody open. Throw it away. Oh, my God. Go read option. No. Inside zone. I don't like that right side. Good blocks. Good. Quentin Nelson. Really bad impact block. Guy just immediately bounces off him and hits me immediately. We got to get in field goal range here at least. This is 4-down territory with our field position right now. We're not going to be punting if we don't convert this. Taylor with speed. Get her on the edge and get the first. Let's go! This is probably the hardest we've had to work all season to move the football. This is a really, really good defense. Jelani Woods, broken play, and he's going to have a touchdown. Another one for the big fella. Is unstoppable in this game. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, a broken coverage. Both the safety and the corner went down to the running back, and Jelani Woods was left free, streaking outside, and we have tied this ball game up. Was struggling to move the ball, and we get a big chunk play to make up for it. All right, defense got to come up with a stop here. We can't allow them to get points before half, and it's a massive play. It's a massive play right as I say that. What are we doing? Our run defense is maybe the worst in the NFL. Kwity Paye does not get block sheds. We need an inside stuff guy. We probably should have made a trade at some point. Big time shot. Minute 41 left. We really couldn't afford to let them get points. They do get the ball to start the second half. Big time tackle in open space. Emmanuel Hadley on Christian McCaffrey. Not an easy task whatsoever. We'll get him. Oh, deep ball. Brents! Intercepted! Julius Brents! And that's the mistake we needed. Come on, baby! Purdy takes a shot, and the 6'4" defensive back goes up and snatches it out of the air. And that is exactly the jump start we needed on defense to get a stop. What a play. Oh, no. Threw it right where a defender was. Really, really risky ball by me. And now why Sale? We need to start moving the football here. Got Jelani Woods. Jelani Woods has got him beat, and he's out of bounds at the 28. Talk about taking over a half. Last week he had over 100 yards, and this week he is just a matchup nightmare. 6'7", they think linebackers can cover him. Forget about it. And Cruz is in the game. We might have a Cruz missile opportunity. Cruz missile. Cruz. Come on. George Cruz. Touchdown. Cruz delivers a touchdown after a Jelani Woods massive play. The play before, the 2 tight ends have taken over this game. And Cruz just catches touchdowns. He may end up with like 14 catches on the year and 12 touchdowns. It's pretty unbelievable. All right, 49ers down 7 now after the interception. Don't think they expected that as they were near field goal range. Now trying to get something back on the board. Cisco knocked the ball out. How does he not pick that off? That had number 15 written all over it. Now has X Factor. But, man, that looked like a pick 6 and cookies for Cisco. He's tracking, gets blocked, and Nick Cross chucks CMC in the turf. Over the head. And it's a big-time play. Over Cisco's head. Couldn't animate. Got to get after Purdy here. Dent able to get him down. 40 seconds left. They're going to take a timeout and try and go for a long field goal here. We're going to block this. Darius Rush, come on, baby. It's going. It's made. 57-yard field goal by Jake Moody is good. And the 49ers make it a 4-point game heading to halftime. 1 second remaining. Can we get life from Carlos Woodson here? Maybe his first kick return of his career. Coming in crunch time. No shot. Close ball game here. 21-17 starting the second half here in San Francisco. Oh, it's a big-time juke, McCaffrey, and it's a touchdown-saving tackle from Javon Holland. There's Kittle. Steps out of bounds after 3 yards. Almost knocked it out. CMC is a freak. Unbelievable play. Broke the tackle, then another one. First down. He is so difficult to stop. Another broken tackle. Guys, we got to wrap up. Another one right in the slot, man. Tracking, dude, he's unreal to bring down. All right. Handoff. Backup running back puts us in the turf as well. Davidson, you've got to be kidding me. Broken tackle, broken tackle, broken tackle. Jesus. Touchdown. He broke about 40 tackles on that drive to get all the way to the end zone. I mean, this is unbelievable. He's almost impossible to stop. Through the air, on the ground. Unreal. Christian McCaffrey is a problem, and that's true in real life as well, man. But we're doing our best. Oh, my God. 1 man away. Jelani Woods is over 1,000 yards on the season now. Craig Fox, big block. Cut up field. Taylor, pick up 8. We need to give him more work. You know who hasn't gotten a lot of work recently is Elijah Moore. Started out the season as our by far leading receiver. Hasn't really done much since. And Jelani Woods has double me activated. Oh, and Jonathan Taylor, juke move, and around the edge and down the sideline. Down to the 26. Unbelievable. His juke is lethal. And now it's going to be Jelani Woods. One-on-one. My guy versus your guy. They're double teaming him. Can't throw it away. It's a fumble, and it's recovered by the 49ers. You've got to be kidding me. I'm trying to throw it away. I'm spamming right stick, and he's not throwing the ball away. And that could come back to haunt us. It's going to be up to the defense now to get a stop. Unbelievable. They double-teamed. They double-teamed Jelani Woods, and we weren't able to get the double me off. Fumbles from Richardson out of the pocket this year have been a major problem for us. He's got like 6 or 7 fumbles lost this year. Another big-time play over the middle. Huge shot by Poindexter, but receivers don't fumble in this game, so it doesn't matter. Please, can we please react with some fucking urgency? The backer, Cisco, just sat there and watched him run towards him. McCaffrey's got 150 rush yards. 150 fucking rush yards this game. It's unfucking real, dude. Somebody make a play. Make an interception. Do something. Nope. Nah, it's just going to be McCaffrey touchdown. He's impossible to stop. Impossible to stop. Christian McCaffrey. Jesus, this is the most adversity we've faced, and we know, I mean, this is the best team we've played all year for sure. But Jesus Lord. 14 unanswered from the 49ers to start the first half. And a fumble in scoring range from Richardson cost us big time on that last drive. We got to answer the call quickly. Don't love slug boot here, but we're going to go outside run. Cut up field and get a yard. There's nowhere to go. It's double me. How the fuck? He can't. It's supposed to be automatic, and he just can't even play the ball. Dude, bullshit, bro. Stop route from Pittman. Power bombed. This is, we have to go for this. Have to go for this. I'm back to the same fucking play we just ran. Pittman, drop the football! What are we doing? Honestly, bro, this is fucked. How does he drop that? Dude, this sucks, man. Can't believe. I mean, we were bound to fucking have this happen eventually, but we can't stop them. It's another fucking juke, and this is ridiculous. He's dead to rights in the backfield. He fucking jukes around 50 times, and he's fucking gets 8 yards. How, bro? How the fuck is this happening, man? Dropped. I kind of want to run commit on this. I'm not going to lie. But we're not gonna, but we're going to be ready. Go get him, go get him, go get him, go get him. Big time tackle. Big time tackle by Odenigbo. Oh my god. I'm getting fucking triggered right now. We got to fucking answer the call, man. We got to start moving the football. This is not going well. 34 points allowed, plus in back-to-back games. Our defense is just not getting the job done. Offense, only 21 points. Not been great. So we got to figure it out. Good strike. Elijah Moore up to midfield. We have space here. Slide down. Sneak it again. They're a 21 ranked pass defense, which is surprising because I feel like they've been pretty great, but that helps. Got Woods out of the flat. Get to the edge. Gets 2 yards, man. Jesus. Could have a massive play to Pittman right here. Got him wide open. Michael Pittman, touchdown. Let's go. And we're back in it. It's a 6-point game again. Michael Pittman's touchdown makes it 34-28. 1-score game. They've already thrown 1 interception so far. If we can stop the run and get the ball back, we give ourselves a chance. If they get a field goal or any points, it would be very, very difficult to come back. We need to keep eyes on the run, get good block sheds, and make good sound tackles. Big time tackle, Cisco. That's great. Okay. Good tackle again. 3rd and 5 here. This is a big 3rd down. This is a massive 3rd down. We're going to try and send a little bit of pressure to get after Purdy here. Hadley's going to come off the edge. God, he's wide open. This is what I'm talking about. It's so difficult to stop them. I almost want to come out and dollar and try and blitz the shit out of them. At least we give ourselves a chance to get the quarterback uncomfortable and give ourselves a chance. Incomplete. I like what this dollar blitz does for us, man. Gives us a chance. Man, but if this is a run, this is real bad. This is real bad. Can't afford that. That's the problem. You can't run that formation and stop the run. Cut back. Good tackle. 3:25 left. Saving timeouts. He's got 178 rush yards in this game. Deebo package here. 3 running backs. It is. Got to get around the edge. We can't. What is happening this game? They're in field goal range. This is pretty much game over. We cannot stop the run. We can't. We cannot stop the run whatsoever. This is impossible. Cisco tracking, gets the sack. User sack. I'm bringing the dogs again. I'm trying to get after him. Give ourselves a chance. It's a run. And he's power bombed at the 37. And now it's going to be the 2-minute warning. I feel like this has to be a run. It's wide open. It's wide open. We're playing run defense and we're just not getting any sheds, bro. Like, we're not getting any sheds. Couldn't stop him down the stretch. Christian McCaffrey ran for like 200 yards. Yeah, it's going to have to be an onside kick and a score. The defense is becoming a real problem. The sliders, I mean, it's essentially if we don't score like 40. Juke? There's a juke from Woodson. Got Woodson! Out of bounds. It's going to come down to an onside kick, essentially. This is crazy, though, man. I mean, I just really thought we had 5 minutes to get a stop, and we just couldn't do it. Somehow catches the football, Jelani Woods. Saving 2 timeouts just in case, somehow. And try and give Jelani Woods one more shot here. Nah, I mean, we don't have time. We need to just take a timeout here. The time matters more at this point. Jonathan Taylor's got X Factor. Just going to try and run this in. Gets in, flips in, touchdown, Jonathan Taylor. 2-point game. If we don't get an onside kick here, the game is over. Unbelievable running game by the 49ers. We got to figure something out in run defense, man. Focused on inside run, and it did not work. Gonna go strong onside here. Good game. Game over, man. We lose 35-37, and our undefeated streak ends here at the hands of the 49ers. Crushed them in the Super Bowl last year, and they get their revenge, man. They just were unstoppable in the second half. 21-17. They outscore us 20-14. A close battle, and it was just the run game was just unstoppable, man. That was just otherworldly. I mean, every single time we got a third down opportunity to get a stop, we couldn't do it on that final drive. Anthony Richardson was unbelievable. 15 for 22, 318, and 4 touchdowns. Purdy, 19 for 25, 206, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Christian McCaffrey, 22 for 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 10 for 97 and a touchdown. Richardson, 4 for 28. Did have a fumble, though, that ended up pretty much fucking us. That was the big difference, was the fumble. That was our only turnover. I mean, we didn't throw any interceptions. The fumble was our only turnover of the ball game and ended up costing us the game. Receiving, Jelani Woods, 7 for 147, 2 TDs. Ayuk, 6 for 79. McCaffrey, 4 for 34 and a touchdown. Pittman, 3 for 78 and a touchdown. Harrison, Devin Harrison, 3 for 41 and a TD. Danny Gray, 3 for 43. Kittle had only 2 catches. Taylor, 2 catches. Woodson, 1 for 26. Elijah Moore, 1 for 25. Latu had a catch. And then George Cruz, 1 for 28 and a touchdown. Defensively, sacks. Adafeowe had 2 in the first quarter and then went silent. Javon Hargrave, 1.5. Cisco, 1. And then Drake Jackson, Nick Bosa had half a sack each. Interceptions, Julius Brents had the lone pick. Cisco has gone quiet the last couple games, and thus our defense has allowed a ton of points. He's got to get back on his horse, man. 35-37, our first loss of the season. George Cruz gets an upgrade after another touchdown for him, going up to a 78 overall. Great depth tight end. We needed him to make plays, and he has. What a shootout, man. Honestly, a heartbreaking loss. I mean, if you allow 188 rush yards and 2 touchdowns, not to mention McCaffrey through the air had over 200 all-purpose yards. So, I mean, if you allow that, you're probably going to lose, and we only lost by 2. It was a close game. It came down to 1 turnover for us. We did get the turnover from them too, but we did have to punt once as well. I think they might have punted once. I don't know. It was a very even game. Came right down to the wire. and we just couldn't get the job done. 37-35, our first loss, but that's a good team to lose to. And a Super Bowl rematch. We will see them again later, potentially, in the Super Bowl if we make it. So a tough loss, but nonetheless, still a good one. Cisco needs to get back on his horse. Still only hasn't gotten an interception in either of the last 2 games. So that's a bit disappointing, but he will get more opportunities. And then Adafe Owe had 2 sacks. He's up to 9 on the year. Jelani Woods over 1,000 yards and 11 touchdowns. Anthony Richardson 3,400 yards, 36 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Has been unstoppable. We lose our first game. It was bound to happen. Undefeated season comes to an end, but that's not going to stop us on our quest for glory. So with that being said, boys, that's going to be it for week 11. I will catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate you stopping by. As always, peace.